In 117 AD, the Roman Empire has spread across vast lands, winning battle after battle in the name of Rome. But one place still refuses to bow: the far north of Britain. For years, Rome has tried to crush the tribes beyond its control. Warriors the Romans call the Picts. They don't fight like an army. They strike from the forests, vanish into the hills, and turn every march into a trap. Rome has already buried thousands of soldiers here, and now the time has come for a brutal decision. Either Rome finally takes the north, or it accepts defeat and retreats. The story begins with a man running through the snow, escaping captivity. We hear his voice, Quintus Dius, a soldier of Rome. He says, "This is neither the beginning nor the end of my story." Then we jump 2 weeks earlier to a Roman outpost on the border of northern Britain. Quintus says he has guarded this border for 2 years, and there is no worse place on earth. The winters are brutal, freezing wind and rain hitting like stones. Even if a soldier survives the weather, the real danger is the Picts, a savage tribe. Quintus remembers his father's words: "To defeat your enemy, you must understand them better than yourself." The Picts never fight in open fields. They hide in darkness, wait, then strike without warning. Rome teaches honor, but here there are no rules. Every night, men disappear. Not a single day passes without burying someone. It's a war with no end, guided by Quintus's narration. Later, a soldier tells him to rest. Quintus, second in command, goes to his tent. Guards are posted. Then the Picts launch a surprise attack. Before the Romans can react, it's too late. The camp is slaughtered. As they are about to kill Quintus, he speaks in their language, telling them to go to hell. Shocked that he knows their tongue, they spare him, thinking he may be useful. Quintus is captured and taken before the Pict king, Gorlacon. Quintus explains Gorlacon was once a farmer, but after the Romans killed his family, he became a warrior. Over time, he taught his people new ways of fighting, why they keep defeating Rome. This is their land. They know every inch of it and endure its harsh climate. Fewer in number, they rely on guerrilla warfare, striking silently at night. In front of Gorlacon, Quintus is questioned about Roman plans. Knowing he will likely die anyway, he refuses to speak, repeating that he will not talk. They don't kill him yet. Instead, Gorlacon makes an example of him in front of his young son, carving a mark into Quintus's chest. Then Quintus is imprisoned, but the next night, he escapes. The opening scene was him fleeing the Picts. Meanwhile, in Roman territory, we meet General Virulus, commander of the 9th Legion. He trains with his men, treating them like brothers, earning their loyalty. The next morning, a messenger from Governor Agricola arrives. Virulus must march north with 3,000 Roman soldiers to reinforce the outposts and destroy the Pict tribes that have plagued them for years. Virulus questions the campaign. Agricola says if Rome fails, they may abandon the region, which would be a disgrace. Rome never acts without benefit, and Virulus knows it. Still, he prepares for war. As they leave, a traitor tries to assassinate them, but a Pict woman named Aetian kills him. Agricola reveals Aetian's tongue was cut out. She cannot speak, but she can hear. She is loyal to Rome and knows every path in the north. Virulus is uneasy. Trusting the enemy feels dangerous, but Agricola insists. Slaves have no value. Trust is priceless, and he trusts Aetian. Reluctantly, Virulus still agrees. Led by Aetian, the 9th Legion, 3,000 Roman soldiers, marches toward the northern frontier, unaware of what awaits. Quintus is still running for his life. He knows that if he can reach a nearby Roman outpost, he might survive. But this is Pict territory, and no one stays hidden from them for long. General Virulus and the 9th Legion march north. With Aetian guiding them, she spots Quintus in the distance. Pict warriors are closing in. They catch him, and just as one is about to finish him, Aetian alerts Virulus. The Romans arrive in time and save him. Virulus demands to know who he is and where he came from. Quintus says he was stationed at the northern outposts when the Picts attacked, slaughtered the camp, and took him prisoner. He escaped only by luck. Virulus was sent to reinforce those same outposts, but arrived too late. Seeing Quintus knows the region, Virulus orders him to join the march and help guide them, and points out it was Aetian who noticed him first. Quintus can't understand why a Pict woman would help Rome. Still, Aetian seems trustworthy enough for the moment. Quintus is given a horse, and that night the army camps in the forest. During supper, one soldier tries to misbehave with Aetian, but she makes it clear she can defend herself and won't be touched. The next morning, a tree crashes across their path. They know it's an ambush. The road is narrow with steep slopes on both sides. Then huge balls of fire come rolling down. Roman shield formations are strong, but fire shatters their order. Men lose balance, panic spreads, and before they can recover, the Picts strike. A brutal battle erupts. The Romans get no time to regroup, and within moments it becomes a disaster. Soon the ground is covered with fallen Roman soldiers. In the chaos, Quintus is shouting orders when he's attacked and thrown into a ditch. Bodies tumble on top of him, trapping him as he blacks out. Virulus is captured alive. Later, Quintus wakes and is pulled free by Botus. Brick is alive too. They stare at the field of dead men, the loss hitting them. Then they find 3 more survivors: Thax, Leonidas, and Macros. Out of 3,000 soldiers, only these 6 remain alive. A picked warrior charges them, but before he can strike, a sword flies through the air and kills him. That reveals a 7th survivor, Tarek, and he's only a cook. Some men want to forget everything and head home. Quintus refuses. They must find Virulus, or at least recover his body, because a general deserves to be taken back to Rome with honor. Thax reveals the key truth. Virulus isn't dead. He saw the Picts take him away alive. Quintus says he knows where they'll take him, and now it becomes their duty to bring him back. Even though they hate the odds, the others follow. The Picts haven't gone far, so the 7 Romans track them. While hiding nearby and watching, they finally see the truth. Etaine was never loyal. She was a traitor from the start. She deliberately led Virulus and the 9th Legion into a trap. Too few to attack head-on, they decide to sneak into the Pict village. If Virulus is there, they'll try to rescue him. Night falls, so they shelter in a cave. Quintus trades quiet words with the men, where they come from, how they ended up in the army, then stays awake on watch. Meanwhile, Virulus is brought before King Gorlacon. The moment he sees Etaine, he calls her a traitor. Gorlacon explains who she is. When Etaine was young, Romans attacked her people, wiped out her family in front of her, abused her, and cut out her tongue so she could never speak of it. She later came to Gorlacon, and he turned her into one of his deadliest warriors. Now she lives for one thing: bringing down Romans. After that, Gorlacon gives his son a dagger and lets the boy mark Virulus across the chest. Still, they don't kill the general. That same night, around midnight, Quintus and his men slip into the village, taking out guards without raising an alarm. When they reach Virulus, he asks, "Did the legion survive?" Quintus answers honestly, "No, only they are left, and they came back for him." They try to break Virulus's chains, but a group is returning toward the village. Time is running out. They can't free him fast enough, and Virulus orders them to leave and save themselves. Outside, the others keep watch. Thax hides in a hut and finds Gorlacon's young son inside. To stop the boy from making noise, Thax silences him. With no other choice, the Romans flee, leaving Virulus behind. Before they go, Virulus appoints Quintus commander and orders him to get the surviving men home safely. At dawn, Gorlacon discovers the rescue attempt and that his son is gone. The loss crushes him. He burns the boy's body and forces Virulus to watch. Then he gives Etaine a sword and orders her to face Virulus. Etaine is fast, deadly, and without mercy. She brings him down. Gorlacon's final command: hunt down the surviving Romans, take their heads, and bring them back. Etaine is an expert tracker, almost impossible to escape. With a small hunting party, she sets out after Quintus and the others. Quintus drives his men onward. They will not go south. The Picts will expect that. Instead, they head north, where no one will expect them. It's longer, but Quintus believes it may lead to another safe Roman outpost. Because Quintus understands both the land and the Picts, the others trust his call, knowing both routes are deadly. The region is freezing, and they cannot afford to stop. If they do, they die, because Etaine hunts like a predator. A full day passes. The next morning, they kill a deer but have no time to cook it. They drink its blood, tear off raw meat, and keep moving. Quintus's plan works at first because Etaine assumes they fled south. But when she finds the deer carcass, she understands the trick. Now she knows exactly where they are heading. While running, Tarek suddenly falls and breaks his leg. The pain is so intense he starts screaming. The others try to quiet him, but it's too late. Etaine and her hunters hear. An arrow lands near Quintus, and he orders everyone to run. They lift Tarek and keep moving. Etaine's group has horses, and there's no easy escape, so Quintus leads them up a rocky cliff. The horses can't climb it, but at the top they're trapped. No path ahead, only a river far below. Etaine is closing in, so Quintus gives the order. They have to jump. One by one, they leap into the water. But at the very end, Tarek is hit and doesn't make it. After the jump, Macros and Thax are separated. For a moment, the river hides them from Etaine's sight, but not for long. Thax and Macros climb out near a place filled with wolves. The animals notice them, so both men run again. Now only Quintus, Brick, Leonidas, and Botus are together. They get out too, but Leonidas is badly hurt and can barely move. Quintus and Brick watch the Picts to see where they're going. The hunters keep following the river, then Etain suddenly stops. Brick can't understand how they keep finding them. Quintus says there's no magic. She's simply an expert tracker. That night, Quintus decides they have to use the darkness to strike first, or Etain will never stop. He leaves Botus with Leonidas while he and Brick sneak toward the enemy camp, but Etain isn't there. Instead, Etain hits their own camp. Leonidas is finished, and Botus is badly injured. They don't kill him. They leave him hurt on purpose, knowing he'll slow the others down and make them easier to hunt. When Quintus and Brick return, they save Botus, but escape is worse now. Etain could have ended it, but this is smarter. With Botus injured, they'll be forced to move slower. By now, Quintus understands how the Picts think. More than anyone else, he's the one keeping the survivors alive. And Quintus learns something else. The king sent Etain after them not only because they escaped, but because one Roman took the life of his son. Quintus is the only one who knows, because he's the only one who understands their language. Elsewhere, Macros and Thax keep running from the wolves. When Macros falls, he begs Thax for help, but Thax is selfish. To save himself, he turns on Macros and leaves him behind so the wolves go after him instead. It works. Macros is lost, and Thax escapes alone. The next morning, Quintus and Brick push forward with Botus. After a long walk, they find a small house near a riverbank. They're exhausted, starving, and Botus needs treatment, so Quintus decides to ask for help. They enter and find no one inside. They lay Botus down, and when Quintus steps outside, the owner returns, a young woman. She panics, but Quintus calms her and even offers his sword to show they didn't come to harm her. They only need help. Her name is Ariane, and once she believes them, she agrees. She treats Botus's leg and gives them food. Quintus trusts her, though Botus and Brick don't. Ariane shares her story. Her own people cast her out because they think she brings bad luck. They believe the Romans came because of her, that she brought suffering on their land, so she lives alone, cut off from everyone. Because of that, she feels no loyalty to her tribe anymore. They spend the night there. By morning, Quintus realizes Etain has tracked them to the house. Ariane hides them and lies to the Picts. Etain grows suspicious, but Ariane is clever. She provokes Etain until Etain nearly attacks her. Then one of Etain's men stops her, warning that harming this woman may bring a curse. So Etain leaves and moves on. They narrowly avoid disaster, but they can't stay. Before leaving, they thank Ariane. She tells them a Roman outpost stands not far away. If they reach it, they may finally be safe. With food, Quintus leads them onward, and it's clear he's started to care for Ariane, because before he goes, he leaves a gift behind. After another full day, they reach the outpost. At first relief, then they realize it's empty. An order explains why. Governor Agricola withdrew the troops and moved the line farther south to build new defenses. The news crushes them. Brick spits that all the fighting meant nothing. They came all this way, suffered through everything, and lost so many men for nothing. Not long after, Etain and her hunters arrive. This time Quintus says he's done running. The three remaining men, Quintus, Brick, and Botus, stand and fight. They gather weapons inside the outpost and prepare. As Etain's group moves in, the Romans strike back. A fierce battle breaks out. Brick is lost, but all three fight bravely. In the end, Quintus brings down Etain, and only Quintus and Botus remain. Now, at last, no one is left to chase them. That night, they make camp. Then Thax appears. When Quintus asks about Macros, Thax claims Macros was lost to the wolves. But Quintus already knows the truth. He also knows Thax was the one who took the king's son's life. The next day, they reach another Roman position. But their clothes no longer look Roman, so the soldiers mistake them for enemies. In the confusion, Botus is taken down. Then Thax turns on Quintus too. He tells Quintus not to tell the governor what really happened, especially not what he did. But Quintus says he'll tell the truth, so they fight. Quintus wins. When the Romans finally realize he's one of their own, they bring him inside. Governor Agricola is there. Quintus tells him everything, how the Picts wiped out the legion and how he survived. But Rome shows its true face. The governor's wife says if they return after such a disaster, people will laugh at them for coming back defeated. So they decide the easiest solution is to get rid of Quintus and bury the truth with him. When she sends guards after him, Quintus realizes in time and fights his way out. He doesn't harm her, but tells her they only want to hide the truth. She calls him a threat. Quintus says he's going back to where he came from, so he heads north again and returns to Ariane. Wounded, he reaches her and tells her she'll have to save him one more time. In the end, the narration returns. Quintus says, "My name is Quintus Dias. I am a fugitive of Rome. This is neither the beginning nor the end of my story." And that is where the story ends.